Hi, welcome to Surviving Motherhood. Today I want to spend some time talking with you about prayer. Do you ever struggle with prayer? Do you ever wonder what to say, what to do, how to wait? Sometimes when you pray, it feels like God isn't answering, like He isn't moving. Do you ever wonder sometimes, is it worth it? Should I just give up? Well, I've been having a few conversations lately with friends about prayer, and just a couple of days ago I read a devotion written by Charles Stanley about prayer. So I've been thinking about it quite a bit, and I want to share some of these thoughts with you. The devotion that Mr. Stanley wrote was from Matthew 7, starting in verse 7, which says, "Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks, the door will be open." And maybe it's because I've heard those verses so frequently, they just kind of sound too easy to me. Just ask, seek, and knock, and you'll have what you need. But it doesn't always seem to work that way. Well, the devotion that Mr. Stanley wrote had a few things in there that really helped me to understand better. I mentioned at the beginning, I asked the question, do you sometimes wonder what to do, how to pray, what to say? In his devotion, Mr. Stanley said that to ask means simply to ask. That's pretty straightforward, letting your need be known to God. But that to seek implies action, to go and do something. He gave the example, I think I can get this right. If you ask God to help you understand the scriptures, you need to follow that up by opening up the Bible and reading it. Okay, that makes total sense. God isn't going to help you understand the scriptures if you're not reading them, right? So we often need to take some kind of action in response to our asking. And then he talked about knocking being an indication that we are expressing dependence. I thought about it in this way. If you think about, you go and knock on somebody's door, you're expressing your need, you're taking the action, letting them know that you need something, that is for them to open the door, but you're expressing dependence on them to open the door. In the same way, we need to express dependence on God. We need to let Him know, I need you to do this thing. I'm doing what I can, but I'm dependent on you. And I think that's just an encouraging outlook to have on prayer. But it doesn't answer the question about what do you do when it's taken forever, when it seems like God isn't answering. And that's the part that I really liked, because Mr. Stanley said that the verb tense Jesus uses here is the present active imperative. Okay, I'm not an English scholar, haven't really delved into the parts of language, so I really didn't know what that meant. But he said in the devotion, that means ask and keep asking, seek and keep seeking, knock and keep knocking. In other words, don't give up. And that's the encouraging thing I want to leave with you today. Are you in need? I know you are. We all are. Is there something you need God to do for you in your life? And you've been asking Him, and you've been doing what you can. You've been taking action. You're depending on Him, but it feels like He's not doing anything? Keep asking. Keep seeking. Keep knocking. Our God is faithful, and in His perfect time, He will answer your prayer. Might not be the way you want it, but it will be a perfect answer. You can trust Him. Now go. Have a wonderful, Jesus-full day.